And West Virginia's governor says he is confident additional counties will be added to that four that earned a presidential disaster declaration for those mid-February floodings that we saw last night.
Eyewitness News reporter Bob Aaron explains the presidential disaster declaration that trailed Kentucky's declaration seemed to give some new hope to flood victims struggling with the aftermath of near-record flooding in Tug Valley.
McDowell, Mercer, Mingo, and Wyoming counties got a major disaster declaration from President Donald Trump. It provides for individual assistance of flood victims. Emergency officials in Mingo County say that will give people at least a hope of help from the federal government. In flood-ravaged Levada, some hope for federal help to move, while others want to elevate homes and stay.
Moved here right after the '77 flood, and we've 5 generations in one home and 3 generations in another here, and we've suffered a complete and total loss on both properties now.
You gonna try and come back or not?
As much as I love this area and as beautiful it is, and it's been home for my entire life, I think we're finished.
I plan on going back just because my mom fought for the place.
She hopes FEMA will help replace and elevate a ruined mobile home. Kiefer is staying with family in Kentucky, but others were forced to shelter in the Williamson Field House. About 60 people ended up staying here at the Williamson Field House because they had nowhere else to go. However, most of those have moved out, and the last family will be able to do that now that an RV has been donated for them to stay in. They were saved from a tough situation before FEMA came into play.
It's unimaginable what we've done. We'll be homeless on the street. We lived in the car over above the railroad tracks for 5 days.
News that FEMA is in place seemed to have generated some hope.
And I think that with their aid, I think it's going to change a lot of lives here and give people a lot of hope in the area.
There's going to be more announcements that'll be coming, but what you want to do, you don't want to wait for just everything to be complete. If you can get a few going, that makes a big difference.
The governor says more counties will be added to the declaration. FEMA says victims from the flooding February 15th and 16th in the 4 approved counties can apply for assistance now. There's a link to that application on our webpage at WCHS-TV.com. In Mingo County, Bob Aaron, Eyewitness News.
Bob, thank you. And Logan and other counties and states' requests are still under consideration by FEMA for a disaster declaration.